Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while and I apologize. I've been just so busy and I've missed you. Let's put it that way. So today I'm using a perfect stone that I was lucky enough to find. But if you don't have a stone like this and you really want one, you can make them. I was given a beautiful gift from the Happy Dotting Company and they sent me some molds where I can make my own perfect stones to paint on, perfectly circular and smooth. And everything you need to know is at the Happy Dotting Company on Etsy. Everything you need to make your stone, to decorate your stone, to paint it, all the tools you need for dotting. They also have heart shapes. They have different sizes. Um, Awesome. Just awesome. Check them out on Etsy. I'll leave the link in the description and see what you can do because I know I have winter here in Northern Ontario up to 12 months a year. I'm I'm exaggerating. It's not really that bad, but we've had a long winter and I miss seeing rocks. And sometimes I run out. So this is the best thing if you don't have the rock supply. So I'm starting off with a very round rock. It's kind of flat. It's perfect for painting mandalas and stuff on them. And I'm going to do the same kind of framework that I do in a lot of mine. I like frames. I like the dial frame that I usually put on a lot of my mandala stones. So you might see that a lot. And if you are bored with that, you don't have to do that. It's completely up to you what you do. The best part about today's tutorial is the symbol that we're painting. And I'll get into that in a second. First off, I'm using a compass. You buy them at Walmart, Dollarama, dollar stores. Any school supply area will have them. They're from a geometry set for math, and this is just a compass. And you can use a pencil, but I'm using a Sharpie marker on my rock so that you guys can see it. I've made one circle and then made the circle a little bit bigger and did an outer circle as well, and that's my frame. Now inside the frame, we're going to paint it black, and we're going to let that dry so that I can get my pencil out and draw the symbol on here. Now today I'm doing the Om symbol, and to me, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know what the meaning was, but when I saw it, I was attracted to it. It's the shape, it's the curves, it's just beautiful to me. And now that I've looked up the meanings, of course, over the last few years, and it has different meanings to different religions, um, it's the Om symbol. And basically, it's a syllable that's often chanted independently or before a mantra, and it signifies the essence of the ultimate reality, consciousness, or consciousness. And to me, it's the symbol of inner peace. Now, that's just my thought, my opinion. When I look at this symbol, I feel inner peace. And it's beautiful. So with me being an artist and having an attraction to certain shapes and colors, today I'm going to do the Om symbol and incorporate similar to the chakra colors, which is kind of like a rainbow of colors. And if you know any of my stuff, you know I like color. So we're just going to do this as colorful as possible. If it's too much for you, you do whatever color you want. I'm going to incorporate blending, dots, gold, glitter, resin, and the beautiful Om symbol. So to me, the shape itself is good enough. If you need the meaning, please look it up. Please find your own meaning of this shape, of this symbol. I don't want to offend anybody in any religion. This to me is beautiful, and it means inner peace to me. So what I've done is I've sketched on the Om symbol. It just flows easily from my hands. But if you need to look up the Om symbol and sort it out through Google or Pinterest, you can get some help with that there. Or you can pause my video right here or when the rock is facing upwards, and you can pause it and get the shape that way. Now I have, of course, am using gold to outline the Om symbol. I'm going to go on the inside and fix any mistakes that I made, because I did adjust it. You can see my pencil marks are different from my paint marks. So I did adjust it, and I'm going to go in with black paint and thin out some of the gold, as well as get rid of those pencil lines. I'm just going to perfect the shape a little bit using black and gold. So there is, and I mean, this may not be how you're supposed to do the Om symbol. This is just how I'm doing the Om symbol. Maybe I have too many curves in there. Who knows? Maybe this means nothing now, but to me, it ends up looking pretty beautiful. So that's all that matters. So here I am going in and I'm fixing some of the pencil lines that I've added. I want to thank all of my new subscribers, and of course all of my subscribers right from the beginning. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. I wake up to so many amazing comments, and just, it's hard to not smile, because you guys are just great. You guys always have such awesome things to say. And for those of you who send me messages or comments in a language that I don't know, it's taking me some time to get through them and go through Google Translator and stuff and write back to you. But I will get back to you. I promise. It's just taking me a lot longer than I had hoped. So I'm apologizing for that. I do only speak English. So I have to... some of the words I'm learning, though. I am learning different languages through this. So thank you for that. Now I am outlining my inner circle around the black with gold. I might do this a couple of times just to fix mistakes or what have you. You can line with gold as many times as you like. So now, this might seem a bit weird, but we are priming the outer ring of our frame, the outer portion of it. It's too dark. My rock is too dark, and the colors, I want them to be really vibrant, the rainbow of colors that we're putting on here. So I am just priming it like you would with your walls. When you're painting your walls at home or whatever you do, just prime it first, and that makes the color stand out a lot better. So here's my rainbow of colors. I'll call them chakra colors because we're doing an Om symbol today. So we're going to do red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, and purple. So it's like a rainbow. That's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to use the smallest dotting tool that I have instead of using a toothpick today. And I'm going to start with red. I'm going to go just at the very bottom of my Om symbol. It kind of looks like a 3 in a way. So I'm just going along the very bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gradually color the whole Om symbol in with an array of colors. So I'm starting with red, and then if you've seen my 4-leaf clover, dotted 4-leaf clover, you can see that I bubble up the color a little bit. So I don't leave just a straight line of dots. If you need to pause it and take a look at this, I'm sorry it's not close enough right now. But I do bubble up the red a little bit, and then I start filling in with a little bit of orange, and I'm just going to gradually go through the colors of the rainbow. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or turquoise, sorry, blue, and then purple. And I'm going to do the same color sequence throughout my whole stone. So you'll notice that. I'm trying to keep it in the same sequence to make it a little bit easier for everybody. I've even poured my paint in my paint tray in that sequence as well. So that might help. Now I'm going to move up to yellow. I've filled it all in. Oh, Maple, my cat Maple's back. Hello, Maple. She does say hello, so you might hear that. Hello. I won't let her in here because she will be climbing up all over me while I do this, and that's distracting. So she has to give me a moment. So I am literally bubbling up the colors and blending them in. I've moved up to green. And then I'm going to add some turquoise and then some darker blue, like a vivid blue. More of a cobalt color, I think. Cobalt. It's hard to say. I'm going to try not to leave words in here that you guys don't understand, like the thingamajiggy or the hinges. You guys gave me so many comments about hinges. And gills under the mushrooms, those little lines under the mushrooms, they're gills. You guys teach me so much, but I'm going to try not to have any silly words in here that you guys have to teach me after this one. Although, we'll see. We'll see about the comments. So I'm going in with the blue here. And then I'm going to top it off with my favorite color, which is purple. I will leave a link for the Happy Dotting Company in the description. I will also leave all the colors that I've used. And we're going to be using nail glitter again, and it's actually like a holographic nail glitter. I'm going to try to find the link. It gives it like a rainbow glitter behind the Om symbol on that black area. So you'll see, you will see when it's resined. It looks beautiful. I've had so many people ask me to do this. So whatever the Om symbol means to you, I'm thankful that you wanted me to do this because I love this symbol. It just makes me happy. Here's the holographic nail glitter again. And this stuff is fancy. It is a very, very fine holographic rainbow colored glitter, and you turn the rock certain ways and you just see rainbow. Like, it just looks beautiful. It might not show up as beautiful as what it really is on here, but in person it's to die for, I promise you. All of my stuff looks so much nicer in person. There we go. It just looks like kind of sparkly black paint. It changes a lot once you resin it. I'm not going to put anything over top of that glitter. I don't mind if it kind of moves around on the rock a little bit once I resin it. But if you want to keep that glitter all in one spot, sorry about my sleeve. If you want to keep the glitter all in one spot, you can use like Mod Podge. Make sure you let it dry really well before you resin it. But you can put Mod Podge there in order to keep all the glitter in one spot. Now what I'm doing, you can't see it. I am actually using a little sponge, which I'll leave a link in the description for the sponges as well. They're Martha Stewart sponges. I buy them at Michael's. You can buy them on Amazon too. Just any sponge. You can cut sponges to make them the size and shape that you want them. But anyway, I'm starting with red again, and then I blend orange into that, and then I move on to yellow, and I blend yellow into the orange, and then green into the yellow, and just keep blending. Make sure you blend while the paint is wet, and don't use the same sponge. That's a big no-no. If you use the same sponge, you're turning your red into orange, and you're turning your yellow into orange, and then it's going to turn into mud by the time you get up to green, and it doesn't look good. So make sure you keep washing your sponge, or use a different sponge for every color. And, you know, if you're like me, I only have 2 of these little sponges, so I switch back and forth from sponges to blending brushes to everything, just to try and get it to blend right, because I only have a couple sponges. I don't have a lot of brand new ones, so I am blending the best I can so that you have a rainbow of colors. Now I do it twice, so I go from the bottom to the top, red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, purple, and I get to the top of the Om symbol in my white ring. Then I start over again. I blend into the purple, I blend red, and then orange, and then yellow, and then green, and I go back around till I get to the bottom, and I blend my purple into my red again. You'll see it. It does take a long time. Like some people ask, how long does it take you to make these rocks? It takes me a week sometimes to make one rock, depending on how many rocks I'm working on. If I'm trying to stock up my shop, I'm working like a machine. I'm not sleeping enough. If I'm preparing for an art show, which I am right now, along with trying to keep my shop stocked, I am really overworking, especially since my kids are home for the summer and I want to spend some time with them. I don't want to be, ignoring them and trying to prepare for a show. So, I mean, it does take a while. You got to work on things slowly. The longer you do them, the more time you spend, the faster you get. So don't be impatient. It takes time to do this, and don't give up. That's all I ask, is that you don't give up. A lot of people are like, nope, can't do it. I cannot do the blending, or I cannot dot for the life of me. Don't give up. You can. I would have said that 10 years ago. Give me a paintbrush. Are you kidding me? I have never picked up a paintbrush before unless I was forced to in art class in school. I have never, ever painted up until 6 or 7 years ago. So give it time. You got this. You got this. Now, I am literally going to blend in. I'm using a little blending brush now. I've switched over because my sponge is dirty and I don't want to go wash it. So I am using a blending brush now. And I'm literally going to blend into that purple that we just added at the top. It's going to turn into red. And we're just going down the same cycle again through the colors: red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, purple. And once again, you don't have to do this. This is challenge. This is a challenge, doing all these colors. Definitely practice with some of my other tutorials before you hit this one, because there is so much involved in this one. And I don't want anybody to give up. But the end, when you see this, you're going to realize how hard you've worked and how much this is worth to you. And you're going to be so proud of it. So stick with me. Keep working at it, and you can do this. This is one of my favorite stones, the one that I'm doing today. Look at that. Look at just that is gorgeous. The color, the shape, the meaning behind the Om symbol for myself, it's just beautiful. So I'm happy with this, but I'm going to continue on with my dial that I normally do in my frame, where I do the lines all the way around. I'm doing my gold outline again right now to make sure that you can see that outline. I want there to be the separation between the glitter background and that colorful ring around the Om symbol. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. And like I said, practice. Don't give up. You got this. My nails are bright. It's like I was in Cancun. I need some color. This winter has been blah, and finally we have snow melted. And there's buds on the trees, and I'm going to soon see very green grass and flowers in my garden. So I'm very excited. But until then, here's your boost of color. Bam! Same dial effect that I do on a lot of my tutorials. If you need more time with this one, take a look at probably the semicolon tutorial. There we have all my lines. I'm keeping them that wide apart. I don't want them too close together this time. I really want you to focus on the color in the background, not really the dial, the lines on the framework. Now I'm outlining with black. There we go. It looks so nice. Okay, we are going back into our rainbow of colors again. So I'm going to start with red. Same sequence of colors. I'm starting one dot at the bottom. Never perfect. I never measure these things out, okay? One dot at the top, one at the bottom, one on the left, one on the right. And then I'm going in between those. I apologize for notifications coming in. I'm a busy woman. I'm going in between all of those dots in the center. It's not centered. You'll be able to see that it's not centered, but I'm doing the best I can. I literally just keep trying to go, I'm eyeing it up in the center, in the center. I spin my rock and I find the center between those dots. And I just keep finding the center until I'm happy with the spaces I have between them, because we're going to do some dot work. I'm going to go to orange now. I'm using a small dotting tool, and I'm doing a little around. I don't even know what these are called. See, that's how professional of an artist I am. I don't know what this dotting around the dot is called, so I'm sure there's a name for it. I'm going to just say I'm dotting around the dot. I have dotted around those dots all the way around with orange, and now I'm moving to yellow. And I'm doing the same thing I did with the orange, just using yellow. Same dotting tool. Going all the way around. And it's that simple. Then I'm going to move to green, but instead of starting at the bottom, I'm starting at the top. So I want my bigger dot to be at the top, and then as I run out of paint dotting down, the dots get smaller. So it just gives it a different look, a whole different look when you change where you put your bigger dots and your smaller dots, and where they gradually change size. It makes a big difference. So this is just a little tip. I don't know what it's called when you dot around the dots, but give it a name and then share it with me. But that's what I've done with the green. I've made the bigger dots at the top and moved down. But when I start with the yellow or the orange, I start with the bigger dot at the bottom. Now I'm doing the same thing with my turquoise, only I'm just coming down a little bit. I'm not going right from where the green ones start. I'm coming down a couple, as you can see. And I'm still in the same sequence. So it's red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise. And then we're going to go to the, actually I'm going to add gold. I'm going to use my paintbrush now, my fine lining paintbrush. And we're going to use gold. And I'm actually just going to do like a little swoop. I guess, a swoop. Don't quite touch the dots. I just want to kind of frame in those petals, those dotted petals. That's what I'm going to call them, dotted petals. I'm just kind of running a gold line to separate them. And then we're going to add the dark blue, like the cobalt blue. So I've kind of just outlined all the petals in gold there. Just simple, nothing too fancy. You might laugh when I say nothing too fancy, because this might be challenging for you, but I apologize. I just want, I try to explain it that it, there's no like specific places you need to have your paintbrush, just kind of outline the petals. Now, with the blue, we're going to do a bigger dot at the point of all those petals so that we make sure we have all the colors. I want to make sure I include the purple as well. So I end up doing a purple dot on top of those big blue dots. Now I'm also going to, you'll see in a moment, we're giving the red dots a little gold dot on top. And it just changes the whole look of them. It really does. It's like little gold studs on top. Oh, it's so colorful. You are not going to believe it when you see it in a moment. It's gorgeous. Thank you guys for sticking it out through this long tutorial. I'm adding my purple dots on top now. Now that the blue dots are dry, always wait, because or else they look like a mess. Just wait till the blue dots are dry. Okay, guys, it's done. It's gorgeous, shimmering and shining and bright and beautiful. Anyone's going to see that. Anyone will see it from a mile away and feel inner peace, I hope. I'm going to resin it. I will leave my tutorial, of course, in the description for resin, sorry. And enjoy, guys. I hope this was fun for you. I hope it wasn't too challenging, and I hope you didn't give up. I want to hear all about it. So look at this. Look at this. How can you not feel just pure happiness and joy when you look at that? It's gorgeous. And who doesn't like a rainbow of colors? Come on. I love you guys. Thank you so much.